Hey everyone, I want to say again, thank you for 3,000 subscribers and your support that made me this far. Those who are unaware, I plan to do a fanart contest and a Q&A to celebrate my 3K sub milestone. I did one when I hit 1K, but that got deleted, and also I'm feeling the urge for this stuff again, so I did it. I also want to thank everyone that submission for the milestone, whether it's asking me questions or making me fan art. Now enough blabber, it's time to get right to business. I will start with the fan art contest first, and I'll be going over the fan art submission during the past week, and whoever gets the best score will get to do an art trade for me as a reward. The first submission is by Nixter. Now let me tell you this right now, Nixter, you did a pretty good job making this. I like how you drew the characters on this one, and I really like how expressive they are, especially with Toxic Person. Though I never watched this Venture Camp since I have no motivation to, I still like what you did there. You get an 8 out of 10. The second submission is by Hexy. You see as your friend is stuck in Resin, it's somewhat familiar and just remember what his purpose was, but you have to move forward to save the world from darkness. I gotta admit, Hexy's art is so much better than I remember how he used to do it. The old grass fields look nice for the most part, and it being covered in darkness is something interesting. I like the message too, so this gets a 7.7 out of 10. I mean, I like it, but Nixter had a better one, honestly. The first submission is by Woo. Trust me, when I saw Woo's art for the first time, I already knew that they draw well. Anyways, this one looks neat, Kiro's body looks nice, his glasses and limbs are nice, Hattie is nice. It just looks generally cool, I must say. I also like the stars added for decoration. This gets a 7 out of 10 though, not the highest score, but I still like it. The fourth one is by Juck, and the only one submission on YouTube. Well, the style looks nice, but the website is really messy. Like, why is Kiro's Swift eyes so lopsided, and why the heck does Hattie look like that? Well, I unfortunately have to say that this is the worst submission for the fan art cards that I got. It's a 5 out of 10 for decent. It has a nice style, but the website is so messy. And the last one is by Crazy Alex, one of my best fans. I'm going to be very open on this one. I love Alex's art style by a mile, and this is definitely no exception. Everything here just looks so freaking awesome, and I don't even have to question it myself. Alex hands down gets a full 10 out of 10, with no question, they're just naturally good at art. So that's that! Alex is the winner of the fan art contest, so as a reward, they'll get to do an art trade for me for fun. I would say a shout out, but Alex has no content on their YouTube channel. I could give them a shout out through TikTok since they have one. Now I'm gonna move on to the Q&A where I answered a question submission last week. So here we go! The first question is by Bozito the Goat. What is your favorite object show? Well, I would say it would be a Wheel Friends object show like OTA, Laugh, Boy, Michael's Show, Whip Up, or Battle for Dream Point and Shuffle. Sadly, that's not consistent, so it would be BFDI as a whole since it's the most consistent object show in terms of opinions. I mean, let's be real here. Most of us in the OSC grew up with BFDI. Nevertheless, I still like Wheel Friends' object shows, but I have a more consistent opinion towards BFDI than any of Wheel's other shows. The next question is by Cyan Bro Square Boy Oh Yeah. Will you work on alternative ads for better? I have some good impressions. Well, alternative ads, which will actually be canon if it ever happened, isn't really considered at the moment. I just canceled the original non-canon ads 2 months ago, and a month after that, I released Battle for Hat, which is what I am working on to this day. An ads redo may happen, but I can't completely confirm it, especially not right now since I have college next month, and also because Battle for Hat's still going. The next question is by Cyan II. Who's your favorite Danny's World character? Okay, first of all, I don't play Danny's World, at least not right now, and if I'm gonna be honest, I am highly annoyed with everyone talking about Danny's World. Now I think I might play it someday. Second of all, since I don't play the game, I don't have a favorite character, which should be obvious given what I just said. The next question is from BSFR. Who's your favorite BFDI character? Well, I did change my favorite character at certain times. It started off with Weepy, then Woody, Flower, Spudgy, Gelatin, and right back to Weepy in that order. Weepy's now my favorite again, like how she was from the start, and she always will be my favorite, because in my opinion, BFDI will never be the same without her. The next question is from Klasky Tunes 25. Any thoughts on FNF? Well, it's a cool game. I did remember playing it a good bunch in 2021, but now I don't really play it anymore. The next question is from Grey Cake. What programs do you use to make your videos? I use FlippleClip to animate my videos, iMovie, formerly KineMaster, to put together clips to form videos, and I sometimes record on my phone for live action content, especially push content for that matter. The next question is from Tablets Tunes. What's your opinion on Gumbo coming back? As someone who likes Gumbo, yes, Gumbo coming back was pretty swell. Although, I haven't really watched content from the 7th season yet, though I think I might watch it sometime soon. The next question is from Geo the Fox 57. Do the Countryside Angels have to be drawn as humans, or can I draw them as Afros? I personally don't mind how you draw them, but I highly prefer them to be drawn as humans. Also, 2 things. 1, TCA is renamed to Angels 9, and 2, a few days ago, I heard of this word called Kimono Mimi, which basically means human with animal ears and tail. So I would basically say that I prefer Kimono Mimis over furries. The last 2 questions are from Lucky MWTGP. The first question is, when you said BFOP is cancelled because you had to work on Bottle, what do you mean by working on Bottle? Reminds me of Property Objects LOL. Alright, firstly, I did not say Bottle, I said Boat. Secondly, Boat, which stands for Battle of the Electronics, was supposed to be a new object show I would work on over BFOP, so I would give away BFOP to anyone to continue the show for me while I work on Boat. Things took a wild turn because Boat was already overtaken by Battle for Hat's prototype, Battle for Ott. So even if I wasn't willing to work on Boat, Battle for Ott would still happen anyways. And Lucky's last question is, why is As cancelled? You know, this was supposed to be a video idea that I would put to good use last month, but thanks to R-Fight happening last month, I didn't. So I might as well explain it with an open voice. As was cancelled when I hired a team to help me work on the show, especially animators. None of the animators informed me on the progress of their scenes. Also, after releasing As 2 as a cancelled episode, some of the fans complained about the show having over-improvement, especially with the existence of the second chancers, which were the failed debuters by the way, and the overuse of character development. Battle for Hat was another reason for Az's cancellation, because I was this desperate to work on BFH. I was so desperate that I chose to work on BFH after the cancellation of Az. And let me tell you this right now, BFH is so much fun to work on compared to Az. The simplicity, characters, and cast variety is what made BFH more successful than Az, specifically working with characters that I've never put to truly good use before. So yeah, like I said earlier, I might redo Az, but because of college and BFH, I can't 100% confirm it right now. And that's everything! Once again, I would like to thank everyone that participated in the milestone via fan art contest and Q&A. I would also like to thank everyone once again for getting me this far to 3,000 subscribers with all of your support. It really meant a lot to me. Well, looks like I now have a 4K sub special to look forward to in the future. And considering how successful I'm doing right now, it might happen real soon. So stay tuned for new content on this channel real soon.